Hello students, welcome to the online session of Switchgear and Protection. Myself Sangeeta Gurjar. Today we are going to discuss our new topic, which is the isolated neutral system or ungrounded neutral system. So what will happen if single line to ground fault occurs in an ungrounded neutral system?
So first of all, what is isolated neutral system or ungrounded neutral system? The system in which the neutral is not connected or we cannot provide the neutral point at the earth. So such type of system you can see in figure. In figure there are three phases: R phase, Y phase and B phase. All the phases are balanced and they are connected in such a way the phase difference between them is 120 degree. Here one more thing, the capacitance is formed between the two lines and between the phase and ground. The capacitance CRY formed between the phase R and phase Y. Similarly, the capacitance CYB is formed between the phase Y and phase B. The capacitance CBR is formed between B phase and between R phase. The line to ground capacitance are represented by CR, CY and CB as shown in figure. One more thing, the value of line to ground capacitance is equal if the conductors are placed symmetrically. So the value of charging current remain same, which are represented by ICR, ICY and ICB. At healthy condition, the VRN, VYN and VBN, the three voltages or we can say the three phase voltages are as shown in figure. The currents ICR, ICY and ICB are ahead of their respective voltages by angle 90 degree. So the value of charging current ICR is equal to ICY is equal to ICB is equal to VPH divided by XC. Because we have considered the balance condition, so the value of charging current in all the three phases remain same. Here the VPH is the phase voltage and XC is the capacitive reactance. And because we have considered the healthy ungrounded neutral system, so at that time no current flow through the neutral and the potential of neutral is equal to the ground potential. Now suppose we assume that there are single line to ground fault occurs in a system as shown in figure. Here suppose the fault occurs in a B phase. So there are two components of the phase B. So current IBR which flow through the path phase B and fault capacitance CR and to phase R. IBY which flows through the path phase B, fault capacitance CY and phase Y. So you can see in the vector diagram VRN, VYN and VBN are the phase voltages, VRY, VBR and VBY are the line voltages, and the current IBR and current IBY is led by their respective voltages VBR and VBY by angle 90 degree. Here you can see in the vector diagram the fault current is the vector sum of the current IBR and IBY. So when a fault occurs in ungrounded system or in an isolated neutral system, so the value of current IBR is equal to VBR divided by XC. Here the VBR is the line voltage. So we will convert into the phase voltage. So as we know that the line voltage is equal to √3 times of phase voltage. So we will put the value of VBR in above equation. So we will get IBR is equal to √3 times of VPH divided by XC. Similarly, the equation of IBY is given by IBY is equal to VBY divided by XC. Again, we will put the value of VBY in terms of phase voltages. So we will get the value IBY is equal to √3 times of VPH divided by XC. The resulting current flowing through the phase B is the vector sum of current IBR and current IBY, and which is equal to IF is equal to root 3 times of IBR. So we will put the value of IBR, so we will get the equation is equal to root 3 multiplied by VPH divided by XC, and if we calculate the value, so the IF is equal to 3 times of VPH divided by XC. So from above discussion the output comes. The first point, if the single line to ground fault occurs in ungrounded neutral system or isolated neutral system, so that the potential of neutral, which was the ground potential before the occurrence of fault, becomes equal to the system voltage. The second point, voltage of the healthy phase becomes root 3 times of the line voltage. Voltage of the healthy phase becomes equal to root 3 that of the line voltage. This may result in the problem of insulation breakdown. The third point, the value of capacitive current of the healthy phase becomes root 3 times of previous value, and the capacitive current of the faulty phase becomes 3 times of the normal value. Due to the capacitive current which is flow through the earth, this produces the arc in the ionized path of the fault, and the arc persists even if the cause of fault is removed. This condition is known as a arcing ground condition, and due to the continuous charging and discharging of the system capacitance, and it is continued through the fault, this result in high frequency oscillations and there is increase in the system voltage, so that the system voltage will becomes 5 to 5.5 times to the normal value. This may result in breakdown of the insulation of the equipment connected to the line. So this is all about for today's lecture. Thank you for watching. Keep watching, keep learning.
If you like this video, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel LJB Electrical, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get latest video update fast.